Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to get beautiful eyebrows like these. It's a severe look, but it's not that dramatic, so it's very wearable for every day, and I'm pretty sure that it'll help at least a few of you. So what you do is make sure you have to trim your eyebrows to the shape that you like. Like tweeze around. I use a little tiny eyebrow shaper razor. Not the best thing to use, but it's quick, and I hate tweezing it because it takes too damn long. So what I'm going to do first is just wipe off everything that I had on my eyebrow all day. Just kind of scrub it off. So that's the difference right there of a clean eyebrow and a finished eyebrow. So I think it's obvious that that one's a little bit more polished and more refined, but I don't know. I'll let you guys be the judge. So I'm actually going to teach you a couple things in this video. Obviously, I'm going to teach you how I fill in my eyebrows to make them a little bit more me and make them a little bit more Pedro and a little bit more of what I do every day. I have my dog in my lap. Look this way. He's kind of camera shy, but there's baby boy, my little boo-boo head. He's just sitting on my lap, kind of shaking because he's a little chihuahua, but whatever. So what we got to do first is after your eyebrows are trimmed to the right way, I'm actually going to teach you how to do your eyebrows right now. So the first thing you have to do is obviously shave any kind of unibrow that you might have, because everyone says, no, I don't have a unibrow, no, I don't have a unibrow. But there's always those little hairs that try to peek up, which you don't have to be embarrassed about. I mean, everyone has it, but, you know, there's still going to be the ones that are really embarrassed and kind of, oh my god, what's wrong with me? So, just shave it, pluck it, just, I don't care, wax it for all I give a crap, I don't know. So what I do to my eyebrows to get them like this is, first you have to decide where your natural arch is. So a trick that you can do is pull it up. That's obviously not your arch. That's not my arch right there. And then that's about where my eyebrows need to arch. Not there. So right about here is where my natural arch needs to be. So it's right about there. Ew, there's a bug. Die, bitch, die. Anyway, so that's how you find where you need to shave or pluck. So the shape that I like most, that personally I go for, is a straight, like a 90-degree angle right here, and then I like to have it taper smoothly all the way to the arch and then down. Some people have some crazy shapes, but that's what I like to do. Next, I'm going to take my Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Kit. You really don't need this, but this one's in color 963, which is ash brown, and it comes with a little baby angled brush, comes with a pair of tweezers, and then it has this stuff that keeps your eyebrows in place. It has a light brown and a dark brown. So what I do first, take a little bit of the darker brown, okay? I always like to have the darker color on the bottom. The reason you want to do that is because when you have makeup on, and I'm not saying that you need makeup for this because this is an everyday look, the brow highlight is going to contrast against that dark line and it's going to look pretty good. So now that you have that line, you just kind of dust it up a little bit, because remember, it is just a dark matte brown pressed powder. So you don't want it to go anywhere, but you want it to look good. When I'm going for a little bit more of a dramatic look or a more shaped eyebrow, I take right here and just go straight up a tiny bit. If I can do it on camera. And then, you know, draw the shape. I can't even see with this camera. So let me use my little broken mirror. So take the little thing with the darker color. You can obviously substitute this for like 2 different eyeshadows. You don't need the Wet n Wild thing like I'm using, but it just makes it a lot easier for me. So technically you could stop here for that eyebrow, but that's not how it's done at all. So obviously get some more of the dark brown right here. You can use two different eyeshadows, just get a dark brown and a lighter brown. It doesn't really matter. You can use black if you're going for a really dramatic eyebrow. Don't necessarily recommend it because even though my hair is a really dark brown, some people say it's black, but it's a really dark brown. I don't really need black because it'll look pretty fake. So I'm just going to take my angled brush like this, the point towards the center of my face, and just draw a sharp line like that. See, so already you can see that it's more where it needs to be. So if you need more, of course, get a little bit more powder on your brush, pretty much until you're happy with the way it looks. You don't really want to bring the darker one all the way up, because all that's going to do is just make a mess, basically. So that's just not what I'm going to do. Oh, look at my eyeballs. Ooh, I have pretty eyes. So next, after you do the darker color, because I like the darker color on the bottom, like I've told you, I take this one. It's not really a necessary step because I could go out like this and be just fine after I fixed my hair. And then I'm just going to take this little, kind of like a coffee colored matte brown color, and right on my eyebrow, just right straight at the top, you want to take it right along with where that natural brow that you just tweezed is. You can make it go a little bit higher if you want some kind of a perfect line. But realistically, you just want to kind of smudge it and blend it in and get a natural looking brow. Just kind of blend it all together. And then that is the eyebrow. That brings new definition to a brow highlight. But So I'm going to finish with some coffee colored brown on the other side. If I can do this on camera. Just bring it straight across. You really do want this and this to be somewhat parallel until the bottom tapers off into the arch. But I don't know. It's pretty much whatever you want to do. Well, not whatever you want to do, because you want it to obviously look semi-natural, but you want it to look like you put some effort into it, which is what beauty is all about. So you just want it to be, you want to be a natural beauty. You want to be noticed. You don't want to be forgotten, but you also don't want to look like a 2-cent hooker. Like, obviously, sometimes you're going to want a lot of makeup, and sometimes you don't want as much. So now I'm just going to clean it up a little bit with my little baby wipe that I used before, and just make sure that there was no excess on the bottom. And then just go straight under like that. You can see that there's a little bit, and then go on a different spot. And then just take care of this side a little bit more. And it gets a little bit more of a sharper line at the bottom, which is good. You want like more of a sharper line at the bottom, and then the top to be sort of fuzzy. And then you can just fix it where it needs to be fixed. You can go around the entire thing if you really want to. It's not necessary, but it'll make you more comfortable with your eyebrow. But another thing that I really like to do is get those little baby mustache scissors and just cut that right there, like the top of my eyebrow right here, so that it's like flat. Because my hairs go straight up, and then they go like this, and then eventually to the side. So I hope this tutorial helped you. I hope that you like how my brows turned out. I'm not going to use the thing that keeps the eyebrows in place, because I really don't suffer from my eyebrows going everywhere, because I keep them relatively short. But yeah, so we met baby boy. He's really not loving the camera right now, but he's cute. So subscribe to my channel if you want more looks like this, and have a lovely day. Mwah!